With its hundreds of kilometres of canals scattered throughout the region, the Gold Coast can provide some of the most exciting inshore and land-based fishing right at your doorstep. So I headed out at the crack of dawn with local gunfisher Nathan Hugget to explore those rich waterways to see just what's on offer. We've just arrived down the upper reaches of the Coomera River, and in this case the tide's moving in, so what we're going to do is we're going to head along the edges of the breakwall. So rather than casting out in the desert in the middle of nowhere, unless you've got a sounder and there's a hole, it's best just to cruise along the edges, throw the plastics or your hard bodies right on the breakwalls, right up close into the pontoons. Now where there's structure, there's fish. So if you keep up that habit, well, you could be in for some luck. Throwing your lures right into those tight spots can dramatically increase your chances of a hookup. As the sun pops over the horizon, fish like to hide in cover, such as pontoons, or head deeper into the water column. You got a net, mate?
Yeah, under where I'm standing.
It's down there. Go, you come up. Get him in the shot. I'll get him. Just get in there, mate. You get.
Shaking the net.
Go for it.
I'll put him down.
Yeah. Right, go for it. Don't be afraid to chop and change up those hard bodies and plastics when the action's a bit slow. Your luck could turn around in an instant. Oh, I have got a nice fish on. I reckon it's a big eye. I'm gonna. Oh, she's going under. Oh, what is this?
I don't want to tell you, but
Oh, you're kidding. You're kidding. Thanks, a mother. Oh my God. A face only a mother would love. Look at that. Gotta put up a nice fight. There's a couple of big spikes on there as well, so probably want to handle this one carefully. And these little grubs, they do it again. So there you go, look at that. Really dark fish. Well, that was a good fight just the same. So what's one of the favourite techniques you like to use on the grubs, mate?
mate, I like to just use the couple of quick little hops.
As opposed to sort of
a
really
big A lot of guys
big
use
flips.
the big rips.
Oh yeah.
And with the Z-Mans, they take a little bit longer to sink.
Yeah.
So I found just a couple of quick hops, about a foot with your rod tip, seems to work best for me.
And it worked best for me too, mate, with that species that I caught earlier. Because I was using some really big twitches, and you said slow it down because of the buoyancy of the grubs. So and straight away I was onto a fish.
Mate, when I seen it in the water, I thought it might have been the first red fish.
Yeah, you reckon?
That's what it looked like.
Oh, I should be so lucky. Just for your information, I've never caught a mangrove jack. But hopefully in the next couple of coast fish episodes I might get lucky. I'm hanging for a jack.
A swift release and it was all hands back on rods and reels with even greater anticipation. And I was off the mark.
Oh, nice.
No jack, but the next best thing with a humble old flathead.
Nice floody, and that, God, this is the bomb, isn't it? I'll pick this guy up, and you've got to be really careful as well. You don't want to stab yourself, so you can lip grip them. They might take off a bit of skin, but have a look at that girl. God, you never tire of these fish flatties. And there's obviously an abundance of them in the canals. It's been one of the best years for flathead as well. Of course, they've had the Flatty Classic on too, so this girl will put back, and that was only just sitting in the mouth. That was ready to pop out. Any more shakes of the head, that would have shaken that rod out. So we'll get this big girl back.
And it wasn't long before Nathan's grub fell victim to an angry fish. On light tackle, those Trevs really know how to put up a fight.
Well, besides losing a big fish, there's nothing worse than getting a snag. So here's a little technique that I use to get myself out of snags. Now I'm snagged in oyster rock, so it's pretty tough. So what you do is just tighten your drag up, and then it's like a bow and arrow kind of technique on your line. So what you do, tighten it up, keep tension on your line. So there you go. So using that little technique, I can pop the plastic out. So when you've popped her out, always just check your jig head as well and make sure it's not bent up. You can see it's slightly bent up, and we've just rolled the point on it. So at least we popped it out, but I'm gonna have to replace the jig head anyway. Make sure they're nice and sharp. You don't want to miss fish by not changing your jig heads if you actually bend the points back. So there's a good little technique. It's the bow and arrow, and it usually works most of the time anyway. That's it. Okay. Well, my producer and cameraman actually hooked this on my rod, which he absolutely enjoyed. This is a big grunt to brim, and this is a nice sized fish. Gave him a big fight, and he's really happy, so I think he'll get the rewards as well. He'll be taking this home. Yeah, he'll be taking it home. He nodded his head. So we're all in today. What a variety of species we're catching. This is just too much fun.
Even a change to a minnow couldn't discourage those aggressive flatties. rod bending continued as I nailed my first treb of the morning.
Grunty noise.
And we left the fish biting in this rich estuary canal system for another day's fishing. There are many reasons why I love living in the Gold Coast, but it's hard to beat a day like this, doing what I love most.
Well, what a magnificent day we had out on the water, and this bloke to my right, Nathan Hugget, he delivered the goods and took us up fishing in the estuary systems as well, and we got a heap of variety of fish, didn't we, mate?
Mate, we pretty much cleaned up today, I think.
I reckon we did. And even the cameraman, he caught a few for himself as well, so it's smiles all round, and we didn't have to go too far either. So hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll catch you next time, and hopefully see this bloke again on CoastfishTV. See you later.
Stay up to date with everything that's happening on CoastfishTV by visiting us on Facebook, liking the page, and subscribing to CoastfishTV on YouTube.
You like to use on these grubs?
Mate, I found over the time,
Oh,
that was a little bit close.
Yeah, let's try again. You ready?
It should sit there. You should be able to just push it on. They normally sit there.